Hello and welcome. In today's recipe, I'll be showing you how to make the best enchiladas rojas. I'm going to show you how to make your chili powder. I'm going to show you how to make the most luxurious sauce. And for those of you that need meal prep, stick around to the end because I'll be showing you how I meal prep enchiladas so that I can have them any day of the week. What I have in this bowl is 1 pound of guajillo chiles. I'm not going to keep you here for all of the chiles, but I did save one so that you know what I did with all of them. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut your stem and you're going to remove as many of the seeds as you can. And today we're just going to focus on using guajillo chiles. For those of you that don't have a preference for spice, this is a great time to remove all the veins because that holds a lot of heat. Now, some of you might get a bag of this, and the brand that I've been using is El Guapo. And a lot of you have been using it. And what you'll notice with this brand is that their chiles are so fresh that they're very pliable. Now, we need them to be a little bit dry for the process that we're gonna do next. And if you don't have dry chiles, you can put them outside in the sun for a while, which is the best thing to do, or you can place them in your oven, and I'll leave a recommendation in our description area for you. Now, what I want to tell you guys is that these chiles are so fresh that when you open them up, you might get one that has a little bit of molding. That's natural. It doesn't mean that the company's bad. It just means that these chiles are so fresh that they even created a mold. So what you want to do with those, toss them out, but look at the rest of them. The rest of them are still good. And what I mean by mold is that you get like right in the center, you might get 1 or 2 here and there, but it doesn't happen to me often. But in case that happens to you, keep your bag, toss the bad one, and keep it going. It's kind of like, it's not the same as the apples. You know, one apple will spoil the rest. It's not the same for chile.
And you might get a moth here and there, but that's because they're sun-dried.
You'll be okay if you find little flying bugs here and there. These are usually sun-dried, right? So what you want to do is you want to make sure to rinse them off, pat dry them well. You don't want to soak them in the water and wash them. You know, get a cloth, clean them up, set them to the side, and make sure that they're dry if you're going to be making this recipe with the chili powder. If not, it's not going to blend in your blender, and that's totally going to defeat the purpose. We have another recipe that I'll link in the description for you that can show you how to use it when you boil your chiles. Next, what you want to do is you want to chop them up, and if you have them crispy, you can just crumble them in here. Mine are just dry enough. I live in a very humid area, so they're just where they need to be. I'm going to go through this whole pound of chiles. This is a perfect example. I get to show off just for a moment for you guys, okay? That crumble is what we're looking for. And the rest is just dry enough. I'm telling you, when you live in the humidity, everything just gets damp all of a sudden.
What if you don't have a high power Vitamix?
Not to worry. You can use the Mr. Coffee grinder, the new one. It's super easy, just one setting to where you can grind everything in here, and you can fit about 4 chiles nice and crumbled and chopped up, and then just blend until you get a little powder, just like we're gonna do now.
And then you can say something like, I made my chili powder in small batches. It's very artisan, it's very boutique, it's very, you know, fetch.
Yeah, it is very fetch. So now I'm gonna start blending in a high power blender. If you don't have a high power blender, I'm not sure this is gonna work out too well. But if you use a Mr. Coffee, you get that consistency that we're looking for. So I'm gonna start at a very low, and I'm gonna slowly pick up the speed once I see everything blending properly, and then we're gonna blast it. And boom, done, amigos. We have some blended chile guajillo. It is powder form, and this is gonna make all your Mexican dishes that require guajillo a lot easier.
And I do need to add that in the Southwest and in parts of Mexico, chili powder is used, and it's a good form of sustainability because you use even the skin of the chile.
Once I blend my chili powder, I like to keep it in a nice jar. I use this often, but for those of you that are not using it often, you can go ahead and place it in a Ziploc bag and place it in your freezer, and boom, done. Just take it out when you need to use it and keep the freshness. You guys know this doesn't last long in my house. Place your pan on a low heat and add your oil. After about 10 seconds, you want to add your chili powder. Stir quickly and coat your chili in that luxurious oil. What a beautiful bath. This is a part where you want to be really careful. We want to cook our chili, but we don't want to burn it. Keep your burner on a low heat. It should take you anywhere between 30 to 40 seconds to get this part done. And after about 30 seconds, you can see the chili sizzling and you can smell this chile. The aromas are in the air. And don't worry, it's mild. The kids aren't going to be running unless they're first timers now. Open that door. You can use water or you can use chicken broth for extra added flavor. I switched my burner to a medium heat and I'm just stirring around, make sure I dissolve all that chili into that delicious broth. And for those of you that are using water, same thing. Once you've combined all your ingredients, you're gonna add your tomato sauce, your chicken bouillon. I know some of you are gonna think this is ready. It is not ready yet. What you wanna do is wait right here until you get a little bit of a boil. Then you're gonna switch your heat to a medium low, and we're gonna continue and stir periodically for about 10 to 15 minutes. And what's gonna cause this sauce to thicken up is not only the chili, it's a tomato sauce. I wanted to share with you that Knorr sent us a package supplying our kitchen with a lot of chicken bouillon and some other Knorr goodies. Also, friends, whether I'm using this one or I'm using the natural one that you guys know I love, I absolutely love the Knorr chicken bouillon, and we're highly grateful for each and every one of you for tagging them and for Knorr for sending us such an amazing goodie bag. I opened it and I'm like, oh my goodness, and I know that you guys are too, but this is the secret to a lot of good cooking. And after 15 minutes, our enchilada sauce is ready. Go ahead and turn your burners off. And one of the things that I want to share with you is that while it's cooking, you need to come in and stir and kind of scrape the sides where that chili just climbs up there and wants to stick, just smoothly. This is the consistency of your enchilada sauce, and I'm going to transfer some into this bowl, and the rest is going to Cloud's home. Friends, you have two choices. For those of you watching your health and don't want all the extra oils, you can warm up your tortillas just like this, about 10 seconds on each side, just enough until they're soft and pliable. Now, for those of you that have tortillas that are very thin, they're not so thick and can't hold up too well, what I'm going to recommend is for you to fry them just a little bit. Let me show you. Add enough oil to warm up and fry your tortillas a bit. Place your tortilla gently and fry about 10 seconds on each side. Baby, you want to say hi to our friends?
Hello, friends.
It's the Views Club. Did you finish reading that book?
I haven't finished reading part 2 yet of my book, but I am going to read it today.
You're going to finish it today?
Yes.
Okay. And what book did you want to read next?
Other books when I'm done with that, there's like other parts of the books.
Yes, that's my nephew. Love a reading.
We'll have to share with our friends later on what you're reading.
Yes. Or we can share it right now.
Oh, you're so sweet. Go ahead and tell everybody what you're reading today.
I'm reading a Nickelodeon show from 2017, a show called Avatar.
Avatar, you love that one.
Yes, I do.
Well, we all love it.
Good book?
Yes, it is a good book.
I guess we're all gathered around your mommy today.
You want to say hi to our friends too, Bebe?
Hello.
Are you reading anything fun today?
Yeah.
What are you reading?
Diary of the Wimpy Kid Dog Days.
Dog Days? Oh my
it.
goodness, those are so much fun.
You know that I read all of those books before I gifted them to my son?
Really? To assemble our enchiladas, we're gonna need our tortillas, our enchilada sauce, our choice of cheese. I'm gonna be filling it with shredded chicken and some white onions. Take some enchilada sauce and place it at the bottom of your baking dish. Take your corn tortilla and dip it in your sauce. Be careful because it does stain. Take your desired amount of chicken, a little bit of onion for flavor, and your favorite cheese. Now we're just gonna roll it and place it in our dish. Now let me show you another way to do this, a lot faster with less of a mess in a way. Take your tortilla, dip it in the sauce, and this is when deli cheese is just great. You place your little slice of deli cheese, your desired amount of chicken, onions, just roll it up.
And it really is use your favorite cheese and whatever is comfortable for your home.
And we're just gonna continue to roll our enchiladas. Once you've assembled your enchiladas, you wanna pour some of that delicious sauce right on over. Make sure to cover your ends with the enchilada sauce because those are the parts that get really dry. Next, you wanna add some cheese. And by some, I mean a lot. Don't push it though, because then you're gonna get that gunkiness. You know how when you take it too far, don't take it too far, just sprinkle it enough. We're gonna place our enchiladas in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes. What I like to do is I like to place a foil over my enchiladas, put it at 380 degrees for 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, I remove the foil and continue to cook for about 10 minutes or until I see the sauce bubbling on the side. While our enchiladas are baking, I wanted to share a tip that I love to do that's super easy for busy parents or busy anybody or just because. I like to use these trays and I place a dozen of enchiladas. I take a freezer bag and I place it right here. I take my cheese, place it on the other side. I seal it up and I either send it to Cloud's house, I make room for it in my freezer, I take it out, I fully thaw it out, and then I continue in the same process that I showed you guys. And I'll keep those details in the description area in case you guys are interested in doing this. I'm so lucky. You know how when you have brownies, you have that corner piece? That's how I feel when I get the side of the enchilada.
You're the chef, you deserve it.
I'm gonna place a little bit of lettuce because that's what I enjoy, but it's up to you how you wanna top your enchiladas. And some Mexican sour cream. You can use crema fresca. You can make it comfortable for your home. Our first bite is gonna be without any fixings because this is glorious. Say ah! Amigos, before I take this bite, I want to thank you so much for getting my favorite, best ever enchilada video to 1 million views. That means a lot to me and my family. It makes me so proud that you guys enjoy my mother's way of cooking. And this is my absolute favorite dish. I feel like celebrating for the rest of the year, and that's what we're gonna do. Woo!
I want to clap. So amazing.
That tastes like heaven to me. This is my absolute favorite dish in the whole world. I'm just gonna savor it.
I've been eating all through filming.
It's one of those dishes where it's worth turning on your oven when it's about to get really, really hot.
It really is. Thank you for this delicious treat today.
You are so welcome. As always, Cloud and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you. And on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.